Hey everybody, it's the real Just Sean here with another memory box, and this one we're doing an old favorite of mine. It's a game I played when I was really young, and it's a game I look back on fondly. It is Alex Kidd in the Enchanted Castle, as you can see right there. Pay no attention to the copyright there, that applies to Japan. We'll get to that. This game, it's something I remember playing when I was really young, when my brothers would let me play on it. It was always seen as one of their games because it is a very difficult game. It's the phrase that often gets bandied about is games on Nintendo hard, referring to difficulty in games way back then because you had to be good at them. You did just get given games like you do now. Oh, well, you died. Oh, well, go through it. We want you to complete this game now. Games back then were, if you couldn't do it, you sucked at games. And this is one of those games. Um, very difficult to do, but very fun. I loved this game as a kid. And periodically I'd go back and play it again. I completely struggled to get through all 11 levels because it was just, again, it's a difficult game. It's one of those where you spend all day playing the game and you've beaten level 3. You know what I mean? Which you'll see part of in this game. You get to level 3. This here was literally, it's been edited down, but it was literally maybe half an hour of gameplay. A little bit of the old memory still in there, I guess. But yes, the game itself, not very imaginative. Well, the Japanese lack in imagination. They more than make up for in gameplay, though. So it's a very solid game, gameplay wise. A multitude of items you can pick up in the rock paper scissors battles. You saw one earlier. I won the ring. That's one of them. It shoots off that energy blast. You can get there's a kind of walking stick slash staff sort of thing that makes you hover. You can get sort of vehicles that will help you. I get the motorcycle at the start of level 2. I miss out on another one at the end of level 2, but there's also a pogo stick on this level. But yes, it's one of those games where once you know what you're doing, you can just blitz through it. But until you know that, you sort of feel your way through, as it were. There's a number of those games these days that are sort of on the internet that are you just have to keep playing it and eventually you learn. But yeah, let's go back a little bit. Let's talk about the actual history of the game. Developed by Sega. This was the only 16-bit Alex Kidd that he ever appeared in. This is the most modern Alex Kidd we ever got that was in his own game. However, not the last Alex Kidd. I'll get to that in a bit. 1990 over here. That's why I said disregard the date. It was originally out in Japan in 89, of course, copyright, etc. Basically, as I said, it's story-wise, it's quite thin on the ground. Alex Kidd is trying to find his long-lost dad called King Thor. So he travels through the aforementioned 11 levels on the planet Paper Rock. I am not making that up. It's called the planet Paper Rock. Yes. And there's various bosses as well that you have to fight. Now, in the paper, rock, scissors, rock, paper, scissors, whatever games that you fight, fun enough, in the Japanese version, if you or your opponent lost, your clothes would disappear and you'd be naked except for a single leaf covering the crotch. Now, obviously, for the Western market, more family oriented, you couldn't have that, so you have the weight dropping and squashing a person. But yeah, that is how you get your power up items, etc., throughout the game. As I say, there's very little to the story. You go through the levels, you defeat the various enemies, which are items or animals, etc. You get to the end of the game. It's classic platform fare. You get to the end of the game, you defeat the boss. Hey, there's Daddy. That's it. As I said, there was another game after it, but curiously only on the Master System, called Alex Kidd in Shinobi World. Now, if you've ever played Shinobi, it's not quite like that. It's a parody of the Shinobi game, the first Shinobi game. It was such a parody to the point where originally the first boss was called Mario, a parody of both Mario, the Nintendo character, and the first boss of Shinobi, which is called Ken O, hence the O part of Mario. It didn't. I mean, people say the game was great. It didn't go down well. For me, I wasn't a huge fan of it. But yes, that sadly was the legacy of Alex Kidd. There was no more made after that. He's featured in other games, but never in another game. It would be great to see them brought back periodically. This game appears in loads of compilations, so it's easy to find. And I think it's even on Steam on its own if you wanted it. But a new game would be kind of cool, sort of a Legend of Zelda-esque type thing instead of a side-scroller. But that's just me. But yes, this has been Alex Kidd in the Enchanted Castle. I hope you've enjoyed a trip down memory lane, peeking through my memory box. For more stuff like this, I've got previous memory boxes. I've got my Sight Unseen series, which comes out every Wednesday. I've got my Friday full play in Fallout 4 Far Harbor. And Warlord has got his Let's Plays he's doing every Tuesday and Thursday as well. As well as that, check out our Facebook page, Totally Tankard. And if you want to see everything that Totally Tankard does in the one place, go to totallytankard.com. The links are below this video and are, in fact, in every video that we do. Once again, I have been The Real Just Sean. Thank you for tuning into this video, and I will see you next time.